So this is actually just a little recording. Oh gosh, I even forgot to move the OBS so that I can actually look at the screen over here and load another paint layer so that I can just start doodling if I wanted to. But I've been not streaming for a while. And why did I pick paint with a stylus? It's funny, but yeah, it's been a while, definitely. Oh, of course the thing doesn't want to. Oh. But it has been a while since I've streamed because a lot of things kind of happened. Like, originally, my mom, it's not bad, but my mom did get cancer, skin cancer. And that was definitely a experience, because you don't put on your bucket list to lube your mom's meat holes with honey twice a day for weeks, because she didn't need any extensive treatment, but they just kind of cut it out, and then they were like, yeah, put honey on it so you don't like dry out, because if you dry out then it gets worse. Well, it doesn't stretch the skin, and that kind of sucks. So that's what I was kind of doing, but this isn't, it's kind of part of why I'm doing this video, but kind of also not. Mostly this video is, I make these videos mostly as kind of like a scrapbook in a way. And this is just my New Year's one. And yeah, I didn't plan this out, but I mean, that takes the fun out of it, right? Why does it do that? Okay. That's just our life now. Because I'll have to do this the old paint way. But yeah, this year has been a very interesting experience. Been through cancer, my own breast cancer. I did beat it. I am doing a lot better now, in a way. I will admit it's not perfect, but no, don't get rid of the circle. But it's there. I mean, I'm alive, if that counts. It's always a good thing. But during this year, my dad has Parkinson's, and that kind of continued the whole theme of not streaming, because yeah, he didn't mean it in a bad way. I don't even think he noticed that. He kind of made it impossible, but he really likes to check in on the fact that I'm streaming, who I'm streaming with, all this stuff. Borderline helicoptering, because he likes to do like radio stuff. So he's like, oh yeah, Kitty's doing that. I want to see how she's doing. And then he asks questions to the point, Spaghetti. He asks questions to the point where half the stream would be me with my mic muted, because I can't talk. Because if I talk, then it gets his attention, and then he'd be like, hey, what are you doing? And it's like, So that's mostly why I haven't been streaming. Also, just a lot of going through emotional stuff. And my bird obviously wants to say hi to everyone. I hope you guys appreciate that. though I'm assuming you guys don't. Oh, there's an adjuster on this, and I'm dumb. I usually use like 8.47 for Osiris drawing, but seems like I have to go a little lower for this one. I'm also doing this without stabilizers. But yes, that's kind of what's been going on. And also I've been trying to apply for housing so I could get my own apartment so that I can do more streaming. And also just to see how life is, because I've never really got that opportunity to really see that. So yeah, that's been kind of what's going on. Other than that, I just been doing like art projects, drawing. I've actually gotten into something called diamond painting. On Crowley's server, you can see me post whatever I'm doing with that. You can actually see what I'm doing all the time, pretty much, on Crowley's server. But I've been just trying to figure things out while also seeing new obstacles in life and trying to work around that. I do hope that I do find an apartment soon and I can get settled in and maybe start streaming again. It is such a shame that I've been playing Kirby's Air Riders and not being able to share that with you guys. And also Tingus Goose, which I don't know why Crowley keeps telling me no, they won't play that game. Even though I think it's a beautiful game about birth and love and things like that. I just don't get it, but yeah, you do you, kind of a thing. But yeah, one day we're hoping for that, once I get settled in. And I do know that there's like dysphoria to that, so there's also that. So that will also take time. I am hoping to maybe start like a new video, kind of video, where I'm just exploring new surroundings and things like that. It wouldn't be like top of the line quality, like, I mean, honestly, you're watching me use MS Paint right now for really no good reason. Well, I mean, for you, you're watching an update video because you want to and you're really cool. But for me using MS Paint is just really no good reason. Other than I just thought it'd be fun to use MS Paint. And I'm not really good with these videos, obviously. I'm good at doodling on MS Paint because on Rab's D&D stuff, I do doodle all over his Roll20 account. I've been doing that for years, so I do know how to be limited with my resources here. Gosh, what was I gonna say? I really should have planned this out a little better. Really should have, but I'm not going to. But yeah, it's just things like that. And I do also want to touch on a little something that I've been wanting to, which is just the last year. Just in mostly, like, I will admit it's gonna be about cancer, but just how things worked out. Like, some people will say you get stronger by having cancer. I would put a big asterisk by that. Gosh, she's cute. Because in a way you do, and in a way you don't. Like, I will admit there's things that I have to watch for and do all the time now. But yeah, throughout my journey, I found out who my friends were, who my friends weren't, and things like that because, well, a lot of people, when they didn't have a use for me, just kind of threw me away, even though I needed support and help, while others, like Crowley, offered a hand and helped me through the process. Sen and Rab did as well. They are very cool people. Very nice to know. Worth knowing. And, yeah, it's just... And if anyone's watching this, as someone about to go through that, I will admit, it sucks. But at the end, it's kind of like when moms give birth, and then after a while, they forget the pain, and then they do it again. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's like, oh no, it's gonna be a year, and then a year later, you're like, I forgot what happened. Pretty much. Oh, then the fact that, you know, people were kind of jerks in places. I will admit my stress took over sometimes. But, yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world to have breast cancer, because there is treatments for it, which is always a plus when you're like, hey, I'm gonna go and get myself some cancer. Which cancer am I gonna get? Not advertising that you go do that, but I mean, if you have to, I mean, that's where you go, I guess. It is also... I'm going to ignore the phone call. It's also been great to have you guys around, even when I'm not streaming. I love to update things for you guys. And I do hope I can continue to be with you guys. I guess that's mostly what I'm trying to say. It's just that I'm very thankful for you all. And I hope to have another great year with you guys. I've met a lovely bunch of colorful characters. People who've helped me through very dark parts of my life. And hopefully things will get better, you know? And yeah, there were some questions, like, some people were asking, is it going to be more Cyrus next year? And I'm like, I really don't know. Maybe. Because maybe the whole apartment thing will help. I'm not too sure because it's like he's a shy boy. So, you know, getting a shy boy to come out of his shell, you know, it's kind of a... Not going to make him do that. I mean, you're technically doing Cyrus right now because I'm doodling Cyrus. Another person asks, how does it feel to not have a chest? The most honest answer is you don't feel it at all. It's actually very mind-boggling when it first happens, because you'll actually feel like the nerves in your back going off, saying like, oh, you like hit yourself in the chest with your hand. But the nerves in your chest will be like, I didn't feel anything. And then you just kind of get confused for a moment. Another person asked, why don't you talk about Cyrus's existence? And I'm assuming that's about, like, the PTSD, and there is no. We're just going to continue not to talk about that. How about that for an answer? You don't want to ruin the boy that way. He's a sweet boy. Don't ask that question. Why does Cyrus want to be in a microwave so bad? That is something I've been trying to figure out for a long time. That's a great question. When did... Are they just Cyrus questions? You know, I didn't know he'd get this much questions. Why does he obsess over potatoes so much? It's because I asked him to play Animal Crossing to dig up potatoes because he's very lucky. He's good at being lucky. And he did it first try and he was very proud of it, so now everything's about potatoes. Like he's like, you go on for hours about potatoes if he wanted to, and you let him do that long enough. Let's see here. Why doesn't Rab show up very often? Just he's a Rab. He does his things. You know, magical things that we just don't understand. Or is trying to find his way to Burger King. One or the other. One day he will. One day he'll make it. Let's see. I'll take one more question. What am I doing now? Actively? Actively, no, I'm drawing a Cyrus. But no, that's not actually the question. I know that's not. What am I actively doing now is diamond art and playing Kirby's Air Riders. I know it's a shame I can't share it with you guys. I would if I could, but I already explained what would happen there. And, oh wait, there is actually one really good question. What will you do when you move? When I move, I am going to start to care about myself, which sounds selfish, but I'm going to start to try to take care of myself just better. I've been taking care of other people's mental needs over my own, and that has definitely damaged me quite a bit. So I need some time to take care of myself. And just figure out, you know, what am I gonna do, you know? Because it's a big change and all of that. I'm gonna most likely do more diamond art and get back into drawing. Gosh, the idea of actually having enough room to do that is pretty crazy. But yeah, just explore what I can do and to figure things out. But I hope everyone has a great new year and that, you know, people be themselves, enjoy the friends you have, and all of that good stuff. Goodbye. Oh, and remember to hydrate.